but my new show is Sustainable Agriculture and Understanding a Connection to Country. So it's food, fibre and fuel, and so I teach the kids, and this is going to be chocos with kids in a very few minutes. I teach them all about where all their tucker comes from. I show them what a plant looks like, where they get their cotton from. I've got a bale of wool down here, which I was running around on the back of a sheep only a week ago, and then I show them all the different grains that we get stuff from. So I teach them where their chewing gum comes from, where, of course, their croissants come from, where the horse feed and their porridge comes from, and where their hummus comes from, and their great amazing dal, as well as where all the oil that cooks their French fries at Macca's comes from, and their dad's beer, and of course where their Vegemite comes from. So it's all about where their tucker comes from, that we Australian farmers are doing the most sustainable, amazing job out there, and making sure they understand that a cow is amazing in the fact that she can produce everything from butter all the way to our leather belts, and of course those amazing steaks and the meat in the pie at the footy. So it's really getting them to understand where everything comes from. Now, I wouldn't be Farmer Dave without bringing along a dog. So I've got Jimmy Choo with me. He's a little gorgeous little cattle dog, and he sits down in the corner, and I teach the kids that when they participate, they get a reward, and that is to go and sit down over there with Jimmy Choo. They pat him, but they also learn about dog body language. They've got a carer over there, and the carer will be going through what is Jimmy saying now. So it's a multifaceted course that I put the kids through. We've got several thousand kids that we're putting it through this school holidays, and on top of all of that, we cook damper. So we go through the whole stages of what it is growing on the farm, then it goes into being wheat grain, then of course it's flour, then it becomes dough, because we all make the dough here, and we all get our hands wet, and we all talk about the rainbow serpent bringing the wane, and that we've got to make a billabong, and throughout the whole course they're learning Bigambul language, which is the language of the people where I come from. So lots of words that you already know, like billabong, comes from the Bigambul language. We learn lots of Aboriginal language, and this being NAIDOC week is really important for them to really connect with our ancient peoples that have been here the whole time, but also connecting with all the country that provides their amazing tucker, their food and their fuel, as well as their fibres. So we cook the damper, and then afterwards, once the damper is cooked, we go outside and we do lots of old agricultural or farm games like sack races. They come back in, they have homemade butter to go on the damper, as well as prickly pear jam, honey from my farm, and they really enjoy getting back into the spirit of simple food that comes directly from the farm. And I absolutely love it. And hopefully, like all the kids yesterday, the thousands of kids over the next few days in the school holidays right across the eastern seaboard are going to really enjoy this journey and connecting with food, and I think it's really, really important.